Welcome to another episode of Rider Club Radio. I'm your host, Jeff.
And I'm Liam.
And this week we watched Kamen Rider X8, Episode 8, and Animal Sentai Zyuohger Liam has a small penis.
You can't make a joke. We were talking before we were recording, and you made the joke, and now you make it again.
That's right.
You can't just take jokes from outside of the podcast and shove them in. It's uncouth is what it is.
It's, no one ever said I was couth.
I guess so.
It was Animal Sentai Zyuohger episode 39, which means that we're closing in on the end of the series.
That's sad. I'm sad about that.
Which is depressing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely depressing. So, why don't you tell us what happened on Kamen Rider X8 this week, sir?
Okay, I will. So this week on Kamen Rider X8, if you remember last week, the Jet Combat Bugster was still flying around. He's got Jet Combat in his brain. And he's flying around and he's escaped. And he's causing all kinds of havoc. And they catch up to him and they're about to beat him, but Snipe's already beat him. And he ties up, he takes the Gashat first of all, and then he ties up the Bugster. And he says, hey, if you want to save the patient, come fight me and bet your Gashats. We're going to do this again. And
I think we're going to do this a lot, honestly.
What's funny about Snipe is he never just fights, he never just beats you up and takes your Gashat. He always has to bet it on something. It's kind of weird.
He calls himself betting. Like, I'm betting my Gashat against yours, but if he lost, you know he'd just fucking run away.
Yeah, that's true. He does still pretty much beat them up and take it, but, like, he could have taken...
He's a huge bitch.
he's a pretty big bitch. So they're like, well, shit, we gotta accept this challenge because we need to get the Bugster back. But first, they talk to the patient. The patient, remember the foreman of the
You're saying they a lot. You're mixing up your he's and they's.
Emu and the gang go to talk to the patient.
There is no gang. It's Emu and Poppy.
And Poppy go to talk to the patient. And they're like, patient, I think it's not the factory that's causing your struggles. It's not the business that's stressing you out. It's the welfare of your workers. Because you're such a nice guy. So they wheel him over to the factory and they confirm it to be true. He's just a real great guy and his workers are...
Yeah. His workers are, like, obsessed with him on an unhealthy level. Like, no one should love their boss that much.
Yeah, well, maybe he was a super nice boss.
But, like, he was like, oh, people are quitting left and right. And I'm gonna have to, like, close up or whatever. Why were they quitting if he was a good boss? And everyone fucking loved him forever.
I think they were quitting because they were running out of money.
I think they were quitting because he's a giant fucking prick and he just likes those three guys. He treats them really well.
That's why the entire factory is staffed by three guys. They're the favorites.
That's all that's left. That's all he's got on his payroll.
Yeah, that's all he can afford. The Jet Combat Bugster blows up the factory a bit during the fight with Snipe, and it stresses him out. But it's not because of his business. It's because of his workers, is the big revelation. He's so worried about his workers. So they work through his trauma, I guess, by hugging the workers. And then at that time, X8's like, well, we gotta go. We gotta go fight Snipe to get those... I guess we gotta beat the Bugster. So they go to fight Snipe, and there's a very long, very awesome action scene. And Snipe uses level 3. He uses his Jet Combat.
And it actually looks cool.
It looks very cool. It's a very cool form. And there's a big fight. And in the meantime, since Laser is so upset at Genom for wrecking his ploy... He's like, he comes to fight Genom, and they fight. And they have a big fight. And that happens on the side.
I think we decided to call him Genmu.
Genmu? Genom? Genmu? They kind of say Genmu, I guess, in the dialogue.
Yeah, they say Genmu, and it's the Genmu Corporation. Like, it's called Genmu Corporation.
Genmu Corporation. It's too close to Genmu.
So anyway, like, they, like, do the fucking, like, finisher on each other, right? And it's, like, a pretty cool, like, samurai duel finisher thing where they both do it at the same time. And then Dan Crotto's like, hey, how about that operation we had to go through, right? So that we could be Kamen Riders?
Let's stop and talk about the operation that we had to go to become Kamen Riders. And Laser says, yes, we should stop and discuss this.
And he's like, didn't you find it weird at all, fucking Laser, you brainless dipshit, that somebody among us could transform without an operation? Shouldn't everyone have noticed this? Am I the only fucking sane one here? Emu could transform. He didn't get the operation. Why didn't you notice that?
Maybe okay, let's real quick. Let's finish the synopsis of the episode. Snipe wins. He beats them both up and takes
Snipe takes their Gashats, and then he's like, anyway, peace.
Anyway,
because Emu's an idiot. Like, Snipe throws the robot man at him, which I have a question about the robot man later. But he throws the robot man at him, and fucking Emu's like, great, now I can save the patient.
There's nothing suspicious about this at all.
No, of course Snipe would want to help me save the patient. Why wouldn't he?
Mm-hmm. So Snipe tricks him and kicks his ass. And he takes Gekitotsu robots, and he takes Doremi Fa Beat. They're his now. And he flies off into the sunset. That's the end of the episode. Jeff.
And he certainly won't lose them next episode.
No, definitely not. Jeff, what did you think of Kamen Rider X8 Episode 8?
This is a pretty damn good episode, man. It had, like, the little bit of heart that you need in your Kamen Rider. It had, like, the really great action. It had some great character moments. It had that little bit of mystery dangling in front of your face.
I loved that. That last little conversation between Kiria and Dan made the whole episode for me. Because this is like,
me too.
The first arc is over. We're deepening the characters, and here's the next big mystery of the show. Here's the next big thing that we're going to spend time on.
It's not a mystery about a side character for a change. It's a mystery about the main character.
Yeah.
Usually the main character is our, like, vision character, and they know everything we know, and we know everything they know, and that's how we go through the series, but now we know something that he doesn't know. There's a mystery.
He's going to solve a mystery. Hopefully not next episode.
Hopefully not. I don't think so. I don't think the next episode has anything to do with that, really.
I hope not.
But we got a lot of messages this time around of people being like, it's like, Showa's back. They had to have an operation. They're cyborgs. We don't know what the fuck was done with them. They might have just got like a microchip put in their dick or something. We don't know.
Maybe, Jeff, though, maybe they had their crotches replaced with nuclear reactors.
Maybe they did. Maybe that's all they did.
Have you seen Emu's dick since the start of this show?
Maybe. Well, maybe that's all they did, though. All you need is a nuclear-powered dick before you could be a Kamen Rider.
That's true. You gotta power the cyborg parts from somewhere.
It had to be the crotch, too.
It has to be. Yeah, it's the. It makes sense. It's like the unit of the body where the legs and the torso meet.
It's the unit, huh?
Yeah.
What a dipshit.
I'm trying to make sense of this universe, okay?
Okay.
Don't begrudge me that.
It's cool, though, that, like, there's something mysterious and unknown about our main character.
Mm-hmm. This, like, maybe it's they have to get their genes a certain way, and Emu just has the right genes from the start, or maybe Emu is the fucking progenitor, and his dad made the belt and put it on him, and I don't know.
Maybe Emu is a bugster and doesn't know it.
Maybe Emu's God, that'd be crazy. That's not going to happen ever.
That would be like the 8th series where it turns out like the good guy turns into one of the monsters, or turns out to be the monster.
If he just was from the start, and just every memory of his before episode 1 was fake, and he's just this video game monster. They would never do that. Ever.
Yeah, they'd never do that. They certainly didn't do that with several series. Wow. Anyway,
I think you're
I am not bullshitting you, and people will back me up on this.
Okay.
I'm telling you, motherfucker. It's one of the ones you haven't seen.
Okay. I think I know which one it is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
It's a couple of the ones you haven't seen, actually.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Stop talking like that. What is that?
What
voice was that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
I've never wanted to punch you more, and it's like, I always want to punch you, so...
Okay. What did you think of Jet Combat?
I thought Jet Combat was cool as shit, especially like the dual chain guns for his weapon. That was cool as fuck.
That was refreshing. A design in X8 that's traditionally cool, and not X8 cool.
Yeah, it was traditionally cool, and I think because it borrows so heavily from a fucking, like, pilot's outfit and helmet and stuff.
It's got the little gas mask looking tube that comes out the front of their mouth, and he's got wings on his back. He's very, very cool looking.
He is.
And
I like his abilities. I like that he can fly and the others can't, and that's what's giving him a clear advantage over them.
Yeah, you notice Jirojo did the same thing with those rapping brothers? They fly, and that's like a huge advantage.
Well, because it is.
Because it is. That's true. That's like story elements used back to back in these shows.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, flying is such a gigantic advantage. Like as a ground-based fighter, you can move on an X and Y axis.
Two-dimensional
But
scale.
when you fly, you're suddenly fucking in the Z axis, and nobody can get to you once you leave the X axis.
Yeah, that's how Skyrider beat Kabuto in Heisei vs. Showa.
That's true.
That's how he was able to easily defeat Kabuto.
Which was totally realistic and not fucking dumb.
Not at all. That movie wasn't stupid in the slightest. During that huge action scene, I skipped over because it was just an action scene. Like there was nothing to say about it in terms of plot synopsis, but I really, really liked it, and it highlighted a lot how different everyone's powers are.
Oh yeah,
like, it's like when you look at ghosts, say all their powers are ghosts, but if you look at this one, it's like there's a guy who's a jet, and a guy who is a DJ, and a guy who's a robot, and a guy who's a samurai. Like it's just completely guy who's a bike. Like they're just completely different fucking powers.
Although
all
at the
in this
beginning of
TV
the
show.
fight, fucking they were both X-Aid and Brave were both just using swords.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess it's impossible to have a main rider who doesn't use a sword at some point in his life.
That's in the Toei contract with the devil.
Kids love swords.
They just
I love swords. So
even in a show like Ryuki, where Knight's thing is he's got a sword. Ryuki's also got a sword.
Swords are awesome.
This show too. Brave's thing is that he's got a sword. X8's also got a sword.
Historically, swords were only sidearms, but in fucking fiction, they're the tits.
They are the tits.
Did you bring that voice back when I told you to not fucking ever use it again?
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
I was pretty clear. I want it out of my house.
So how long until Snipe pulls out a sword is what we're asking.
No, other characters who aren't the main character or secondary don't get a sword.
Yeah, that's true. They get guns.
Guns. And for some reason, sword beats gun every time.
What possible tactical advantage could a gun have over a sword, Jeff? Honestly.
No, I couldn't imagine any.
I really liked in this episode that we got to see Giri Chanbara again, and we got to see Kirya struggling to lift his arms and legs and perform a fight while in that suit.
He's got like 20 pounds on both arms. Give him a break.
Yeah, I hate that suit passionately. It should be cool. It's a robot motorcycle with a samurai on top. It should be incredible, but it's not at all.
It's almost as thick, bulky, and unmaneuverable as his level 1 form.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's like 10 pounds away. Oh well, it's a shame.
He went on a slight diet.
But yeah, when I was saying earlier, level 1 and 2, not so much. It doesn't so much highlight the differences in, like, the really radical differences in their designs and powers. It's just like you got the sword rider, the gun rider, the guy who turns into a bike rider, and
that old chestnut.
That old chestnut from Double did it.
Double did do it, but he at least had a normal form.
That's true. He was lucky. We've gone through this song and dance before.
Well, it's like he had a normal form and Double had his own bike.
Yeah.
But in this series, X8 does not have his own bike at all. Kirya is his bike.
Yeah.
That's weird as shit. What a claim to fame. I played the character that another guy rode around on a lot in this series.
Blade almost did that too, in a little side DVD.
Oh, well, who gives a shit about side DVDs?
No, I mean, it's a porno joke.
He
was in a gay porno.
Yeah, he just got his pee-pee sucked, though.
I know, I was a little far-fetched. It was, I took
That's why I didn't understand it. You should have said that his mouth gave a lot of guys rides.
Ah, yeah. Well, he wasn't the one doing the dick sucking, is the thing.
That would have... Oh, man, we're bad at making gay jokes.
Usually this joke brainstorming happens 3 weeks in advance of an episode, and we jot down the jokes we're going to make.
We don't talk to each other outside of this show. Don't fucking lie to the audience.
We do.
Are you alright?
I'm just getting sick thinking of interacting with Jeff more than I absolutely have to.
I understand completely.
What the hell?
I avoid mirrors for the same reason.
I lost my train of thought thanks to you. What the hell was I going to talk about?
You were talking about Blade getting his dick sucked.
Okay, Blade gets his dick sucked. Draco Knight Hunter appears in this episode.
Yeah, it does. It is apparently a proto-Gashat. Which
whatever that means.
I'm guessing Mighty Action X is also a proto-Gashat, the one that Genmu uses.
Yeah, I think that's confirmed. In the toy catalogs and stuff, it's called Proto Mighty Action X.
I wonder if there's proto versions of the others.
I think what it is, so there's Draco Knight Hunter, okay. Right? The Gashat, we see it in the preview, it's like a gold knight thing. It's a gold and it's got a dragon on it. And I think maybe the black ones are prototypes of it, but I think maybe they'll get handed around, because I think everyone has to hit level 4, and level 4 is Draco Knight Hunter. So maybe X8 gets the gold one and the other ones get the black one? Or maybe they toss around one of them, like they keep betting each other for it and losing it?
I don't know. You're using like scan knowledge and shit. I don't know any of that.
All I know is Draco Knight Hunter's level 4. We saw it this week.
Okay.
And I know...
You know that there's no other level 4 besides Draco Knight Hunter?
No, it's Draco... Everyone gets Draco Knight Hunter, but it looks different on every...
Are you sure it's not Drago Knight Hunter?
Pretty sure it's a C. Draco Knight.
I was pretty sure it was a G.
Well... Let's make a bet. I'll bet you all my Gashats that it's a C.
All your one?
All my one Gashat that it's a C.
I feel like I could win this bet regardless because I don't have any. I'll bet all mine. So
okay, all right, it's all on the table. But
it's all on the table.
They all get
if it turns out to be Drago Knight, you're gonna lose your only Gashat against my nothing.
According to the rules of X8, I don't even have to agree to this bet, and I'll still hand it to you. So. I do. What the fuck was I saying again? Okay, so they all get Draco Knight Hunter, but if you see, X8 has like that huge, ridiculous neon thing on him. Normally each rider gets just one piece of that. Like I think Brave gets the right arm, and Snipe gets the left arm, and X8 just gets the chest. And I think maybe whoever has the gold one gets all of them. This is a guess based on some scans I saw a long time ago.
What a dipshit! You're just
think
making shit up all
No, I really am not. It's a level 4 and everyone is Draco Knight Hunter. So I think
I've got a link for you, Liam.
Are you sending me a link right now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, live reaction?
Yeah.
You can't use the Kamen Rider wiki as a source.
If you type it into Google, fucking shit comes up.
The Kamen Rider wiki. Why don't you look at the episode and see that they use a C?
If you type Draco Knight Hunter into Google, nothing comes up related to Kamen Rider whatsoever.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna check the episode. That's the final word.
Check it.
I will.
Check the episode to see what a fucking subgroup put in. They could have wrote like
no, I'll listen.
Dildo Knight Hunter.
You can listen and hear. Fuck me, it's Drago Knight. It's G.
I told you. I fucking told you.
I thought it was Draco Knight.
I will be expecting that Tattle Quest in the mail soon.
No,
sir.
I just got it like 4 days ago.
You shouldn't have bet it.
Oh. That's
man,
okay.
You're gonna have to buy another.
I'll get my bike racing friend to get it back for me.
Yeah. Just get your Baxo bike ready for it.
My Bakuso bike ready. What the hell were we talking about before this ridiculous
We were talking about Kamen Rider X8, Episode 8.
This is one of the stronger episodes, I think, so far. They've really gotten...
It was a really good episode. It was great. It was very well structured.
They're ramping up. The quality... Like, it started off good, and it's getting better. I can't believe that. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Don't jinx it. Don't just say that and jinx it.
But they're pacing the show perfectly. I thought they were going a little fast, and they're going a little fast in terms of forms, but that's not important. I don't think
there could be 50 gajillion forms as long as it's still a good show.
As long as the story is good.
Causation is not correlation.
Yeah, and the story is paced actually very well. They're giving you the plot hooks just fast enough, and they're revealing background info just fast enough to keep you interested without feeling overloaded. Right now, the only thing I'm overloaded on is forms, but whatever.
Yeah. But that's fine, Like, I'm not a big fan of a ton of forms, but I guess I've just resigned myself to that's just how Kamen Rider is, and there's no way out of it now.
Jeff is hanging on in quiet desperation, watching us say, please stop trying. Next episode is gonna be the 9th episode in a row with a new form and or rider in it, and then I'm sure we'll we'll see the level 4s for everyone else for another 4 episodes after that.
Yep.
That's fucked up. I can't believe they've kept this momentum going.
What I'm wondering is, like, once they've got through all the forms that we've learned about so far, like, once they get to level 4, what then?
I don't know. Level 5?
I don't know if there's going to be a level 5. Like, there's no scans about it, but who knows?
I bet X8 is going to reach level 5. I don't know if... And maybe Brave. I don't think the rest of them are.
Ooh.
That's my
So far,
guess.
the villain seems to be fucking Genmu, though. You don't think he's gonna?
Yeah, he might, actually.
I actually think Dan Kuroto is gonna fucking burn himself out and die, and then that's gonna be Palad's actual, like, motivation.
Dan Kuroto is, the way he's been characterized so far, he's like a crazy, arrogant, like, oh, my power is so great. That's the exact kind of character that would die in episode 15 or something. I could see that. That would be insane. I'd like that.
Well, I mean, he's obviously not going to be the final villain of the series.
I'd say, yeah, probably not.
I mean, especially because of how little we understand about Palad so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Palad, he's the kind of character that's set up to seem like he's a lackey.
Yeah.
But it turns out he's absolutely not, and he's the one behind everything later on. It's a very, like, Japanese-y trope.
He's obviously smarter than he looks. We found that out last episode. He's a clever guy.
He is, and, like, he doesn't really follow orders or anything. He just kind of hangs out and plays a Game Boy Advance.
And,
a Wonder Swan.
And Graphite has gone power mad, so he's probably going to die soon.
Yeah.
He's not
I
gonna be
imagine
the final
he'll
one.
die in the next 5 episodes, honestly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe level 4 will do him in.
Maybe.
Maybe next episode level 4 is going to do it. Who knows? Probably not. We'll see.
Wouldn't it be crazy if this show just moved, like, breakneck speed with characters and shit happening, and stuff just kept happening one after another for the whole show?
It'd be like Gaim all over again. Just shit happening constantly.
We mention this a lot, but I remember when we were watching Gaim, we would just get together and be like, holy shit, what is even gonna happen?
Yeah, because it was exciting every week. And X8's exciting every week so far, too.
Yeah, it is exciting every week. It's not to the point where maybe now that we've heard about Emu's weird difference from the other writers, I definitely am like, what the fuck's gonna happen with that? I can't wait to find out.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll get anything from the level of Michi finding out the truth about Helheim, or the Melon Bowl, or anything like that.
The Melon Bowl.
The Melon Bowl. That had me hyped for weeks.
Yeah. That Gaim was good. That's not what we're talking about.
Gaim was good, yeah.
I don't know if we're going to have anything on that level or not, because I don't really know what to expect from X-Aid.
Yeah, that's true.
At this point in Ghost, I was getting a taste of what to expect from the rest of the series. I was starting to taste the bitterness in my mouth a little bit at this point.
At this point in Ghost, we were saying, it's only episode 8. It could still be good.
It could still be. It could get better.
Yeah,
we just got to give it a chance.
Yeah, come on.
X-Aid has been good so far.
Very good.
And it makes me wonder, like, where it's gonna go. I have no idea.
Me neither.
It could turn out to be complete shit after a certain period of time. Or it could turn out to be like a masterpiece unlike any we've ever seen before.
Now, if it just keeps going like this, it'll be good.
Yeah, it could
I'll
just be
happy
really
with that.
It could just be really good.
Yeah. You never know.
Which I'd be happy with, too.
You never know.
So now that we're done talking about X88, why don't we hear about some news stories? I know you have some whoppers this time.
I have a couple. There was a good news week. Good news week this week. So there was a scan that came out this week, of a lot of scans actually, but one of them came out about a Kamen Rider Spectre movie. Spectre, what is the name of that fucking movie? Super Spectre, who gives a shit? It's the Spectre V Cinema that's coming out. And there's a scan from it that reveals who the villain is. And it's a pretty unremarkable suit.
Yes, it is.
He's all the scan says is he's this guy, and he attacks the Gamma World. If you remember at the end, Spectre and Necrom go to the Gamma World to try and fix things. And this guy attacks the Gamma World, and my favorite part of the scan is it says the secret about Clone Makoto will be revealed. Remember that plot arc that made no sense and didn't go anywhere?
What secret?
He's
fucking dead.
Watch the V Cinema.
He's
Maybe there's a warehouse in Gamma World just full of Makotos.
Maybe the villain's a Makoto.
Oh my god, that would be stupid.
That wouldn't be that cool. Don't pretend.
Now I kind of want to see this movie.
I don't want to see this movie. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of the episode of X8, there's like a bunch of scenes from the Dr. Pac-Man movie. I'll never know the actual name of it. I'm always going to call it the Dr. Pac-Man movie.
That's good enough.
And everything was fine until I saw Ghost's stupid fucking face turn around towards the camera. Yeah. And I got, like, mad on the inside when I saw him. I was like, what are you doing in my good show? Fuck off!
You stomached Wizard, but not Ghost.
Yeah.
Wizard's far away. Wizard is like losing a loved one. It's been long enough that you can think about them, and it's not the worst thing. But Ghost is an old wound.
I would rather watch Wizard the whole way through than watch one fucking episode of Ghost again.
Oh, wow.
I mean it. Don't write in and be like, Jeff, you're just forgetting how bad Wizard... Suck a dick. I mean it.
That is... Wow. I guess at least Wizard had Beast. Ghost don't have no Beast.
Ghost has Alan.
Ghost has Onari.
There you go.
Oh.
Wizard had a lot of problems, and I didn't like it, but come on now. Ghost.
I guess speaking of this Pac-Man movie, we can segue into my next little news piece. They revealed that everyone's coming back. All the face actors for these riders are coming back, except for our boy Gakusano.
He's moved on with his life. He's got real acting career going on now.
He's got a career. He's super fit. He can't be going back to this. I understand.
It's sad, though.
It is sad.
He's going to be the only one that just shows up in suit.
4 for 5. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Everybody else is going to be, like, showing their dumb fucking faces, except, you know, the ones I like. And Gakusano is just going to be a disembodied voice that sounds nothing like Gakusano.
Now, keep in mind, they haven't said anything about whether or not Gakusano is coming back, but considering the fact that they revealed everyone else and not Gakusano, I'm going to go ahead and guess that he's not coming back.
That says a lot. It really does. It's sad. I guess he didn't want to have to stand on a box anymore.
He couldn't stand wearing the stilts in every scene he was in. It was too bad on his ankles.
Oh, that was something that I wanted to talk about. I just flipped to the next news story so I could stay ahead.
What?
Like, in X8, the robots that have, like, the Gashats stuck in their heads.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are those? Like, the normal henchmen are just, like, guys in normal clothes with turkeys on their heads.
Okay.
Why is there a robot? What is that?
I think it's a bugster that's been upgraded. Like, you put the Gashat in and it upgrades it. That's my guess.
But then he took the Gashat out and it's still the robot.
Well, you can't... It doesn't Well... Why don't you just shut your fucking mouth, Jeff? Why don't you just stop talking?
You seem really, like, defensive about the fucking robots. What's your deal?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, Jeff.
I do want to know the answer to it.
Nope.
I want to know what you're hiding, Liam.
Don't look at my suitcase.
I want to know what you're hiding from the people.
Our
listeners.
You'll never know.
I want to know why you're turning the frogs gay.
This is the chemicals I put in the water.
It's fucking... I don't understand it. Also, I don't understand why the normal mooks have turkeys on their heads.
That's because that's what bugster heads look like.
Turkeys. I know you never saw the show Friends, but there's a very famous scene in Friends where Joey gets his head stuck in a turkey. Which tells you everything you need to know about that character, really.
Yeah.
But the first time I saw them, I was like a big Friends fan on the costume design part of the show, huh? They just need giant novelty sunglasses on the turkeys, and they're done. Anyway, go on to the next news story. It's a fucking whopper. Everybody will love it.
Well, I'm doing these out of order, so you don't know which one I'm going to do.
Alright.
And since we're still talking about Pac-Man, I saw the ghost form got revealed. X8's ghost transformation.
Yeah.
Got it revealed in a scan. And it looks alright. It looks okay.
Nah.
I think it looks fine.
Nah.
No, you don't like it?
Nah.
Why not?
Because it's just Ghost's face with, like, a fucking weird set of glasses over it. It's like Ghost's helmet with a set of glasses over it and, like, a weird ridge.
I disagree. It's like X-Aid with a literal ghost coat of paint over him. That's how I see it.
Whatever.
I think that looks fine.
I think it looks like...
And there's also...
look like shit, but it looks like poop.
Well, that's different classifications.
It is different classes.
There's also the Mighty Action Double Brothers Mighty Double Action form. Did you see that?
It's XA Double Action Gamer level XXR.
Thank you.
And XA Double Action Gamer level XXL.
Yeah, because he turns into two people. He turns into Mario and Luigi. I think that is the next form. They said it would debut in the TV show. That's the next thing after Draco Night Hunter.
Drago Night Hunter.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
You're still mad you were wrong.
I quit. I don't want to do this anymore.
God, thank fucking God it's over.
Go call Tamaz. I'm done with you.
If you're out, then I'm finally free, so... I keep pushing for the suicide pact, but you just fucking keep cheaping out on it over and over and over again.
Last time we tried it, I was hoping you were going to pull the trigger first and then I'd just leave, but we both...
Yeah. Trust me, I know your game plan. I know you were waiting for me to pass the gun to you so you could shoot me. You could, like, pick it up with a fucking paper towel and shoot me with it and set it down and be like, oh, he killed himself! Only his DNA's on the gun!
You know me too well, Jeff.
I am excited to see Double Action Gamer.
Yeah, it's gonna debut soon, I assume.
It's like Mario and Luigi if Mario and Luigi were orange and, like, I don't know, it looks like a blue. It might be a teal. It's hard to tell.
Like teal and orange, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in a scan a few weeks ago, but I wasn't sure if it was a movie form or not. It seems like now it's not a movie form. It's just gonna be in the movie. Yeah. So that's pretty neat.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to... I'm excited for that movie. I'm not too much excited for the Super Sentai movie that's coming out that has Ninja in it.
Oh, Ninja versus Zyuohger?
I don't know if it's versus.
Ninja, I don't know. They always say versus, even though they never actually fight.
Yeah. They're like bestest buddies forever already. As soon as they meet.
I think I read a little thing a while back. I think it's the Zyuohgers bump into the Ninjas, and the Ninjas, for some stupid reason, think that the Zyuohgers are yokai, and they have a little fight, but I'm sure the misunderstanding gets cleared up in 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, check this out. You're, like, a ninja, right? And you fight all these monsters that are, like, animal-headed monsters. And then you're walking around and you see some fucking animal-headed people. What are you gonna think?
Yeah. I can see it.
I don't remember if the ninjas fought animal-headed people.
It was animals mixed with inanimate objects. That was their monster theme.
It was terrible acting mixed with a lackluster fucking story is what it was.
The ninjas fought the writers. That was...
And they lost.
And 50 episodes in a row.
Jesus.
It's a bad record for a Sentai
team. Now
team.
Get to the main story.
Yeah, okay, the main story. I'm sorry, I'm crying. If you have been on the internet in the last month, you may have seen a video where a guy has an apple and a pen and a pineapple and a pen.
And he does a dance.
He does a dance.
It's called PPAP.
Pineapple pen, apple pen. And there's an X-Aid stage show where they make a pineapple pen joke in it. And you can find the video in the blog post.
It's literally the most embarrassing thing you'll ever see.
So if
you had to fucking go to prom with your aunt, it wouldn't be as embarrassing as this fucking video.
Someone got paid to do that, like to write it, and then another person got paid to perform it.
Yeah. If your aunt at that prom got kind of drunk on booze she brought in herself and started hitting on your principal, it wouldn't be as embarrassing as this fucking video.
Friedrich Nietzsche wrote that God is dead, but Nietzsche didn't see shit. He didn't see what we saw.
He doesn't understand the depths of human depravity just yet. I don't know. I actually like the original video because it's silly.
It is silly.
But I hate everything else about it.
When something becomes a meme, it loses magic. It loses its magic.
Yeah, I mean, you can call us hipsters for that or whatever, but, like, I hate repetition.
Yeah.
like repetition of a joke. There's no way to kill a joke faster besides just telling it badly than just repeating it
over and over. A guy I know the other day made a totally unironic arrow in the knee joke, and it's 2016.
I'd like to remind everyone it's the year of our Lord 2016.
It's 2016. This guy makes an arrow in the knee joke, and I did not even dignify him with a fake laugh. I just stared at him for a few seconds, like I can't believe
you should have turned around and be like, "Holy shit, a traveler from the past! Welcome to the future, caveman."
Oh God.
A world of wonders awaits you. Our phones don't flip open anymore.
I just discovered that this year.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna make a joke about that. I was gonna let you off the hook.
No, it's been long enough since we've made a phone joke about me. I'll take one.
You made it about yourself, so
yeah, I know.
He just wanted to cosplay as Fies really badly.
Yeah. Well, we only have so many stock in jokes on this podcast. We gotta make use of them.
Do we have any?
I don't know. You know what I hate is when people repeat a joke a million times. Let's make a joke about Liam using a flip phone.
Yeah, I didn't make that fucking joke.
I know, I'm making fun of myself.
What a dumbass.
Hey, what do you guys think about drinking bottles of water?
Oh God, yeah, we do.
We're guilty. We're hacks. That's the point.
Yeah, frauds.
We're frauds. We're charlatans.
One might say we've watched another internet program and we've stolen all the jokes from that, and we use it. And we use it in this program because Kamen Rider fans don't tend to overlap with fat Milwaukeeans.
Oh my God.
Totally original jokes on this podcast. So you can watch that video and just hate your life.
Watch the Pineapple Pen Kamen Rider video. It's great. It's the best.
It's really bad.
So
why don't we talk about Super Sentai?
Yes! I love this episode.
Did you?
I really thought it was great.
I thought this episode was so unbelievably rushed that there was no time to enjoy what it was trying to do.
What? No, sir.
It was so fast.
This was one of my favorite Georgia episodes. Like, legit,
Really?
This is probably top 5. Yeah.
Oh my God, it moved so quickly. There was no time for, like, jokes. It was just going from situation to situation for the most part.
I didn't feel like that. I didn't get that vibe from it. I felt like it moved at the pace it needed to.
I liked the episode in the end. I just feel like it was wasted potential.
No, it was perfect.
It could have been an excellent episode, but it was just a good one.
I think they spent like 90% of the time devoted to. Look, if you're watching this episode like 10 months in the future, that all one of you. This is the George episode when say like it's a fake boyfriend and he turns out to be a fake created by Bunglay's hand. That's the episode.
He is played by Date Akira.
Yes, he is played by Date Akira. He's super cool.
Although they don't use him hardly at all.
No, God,
They don't really use much of his comedic acting at all.
No, except for one shot that made me actually laugh out loud, but I'll get to that later.
Okay.
I feel like they devoted... Because they did a good job. They just devoted 95% of the whole episode towards Sayla and the guy, which I feel like is enough. It wasn't...
I mean, it was just so fast.
No, I think you're crazy.
Like, she was suddenly, like, into him so quickly.
No, she wants to return the necklace, and then every time she tries to return it, she discovers a new thing about him that she likes. And he's also super hot.
How many times does she try to return it in this episode, Liam?
Twice. Look, he's also incredibly hot and very rich.
Yeah, he is he's not, like, very rich. He apparently just owns a really cool car. Because he works as, like, a new person on a construction site.
But he has the money to buy cars and necklaces, and he's super attractive, and he's very suave. That kind of guy like that only needs, like, a day.
He keeps trying to rescue her, and he doesn't have giant golden dreadlocks, so he's in.
I love that, and I love... There's a shot... right close to the end, he blocks an attack. There's a chef character, the monster is a chef, and he throws high-calorie food at you and you turn into a giant fat person. And he blocks a giant high-calorie roll of sushi, becomes a giant fat person, and then the monster bats him, like golf swings him off into the sky, and it does that stereotypical little, ping, and then a little vignette of him winking towards the camera.
That did make me laugh really hard.
I don't laugh out loud a lot at Toku, but I was like fucking in tears at that shot.
That really was good. There's a
was
lot of good
fantastic.
stuff about this episode. Like, I absolutely loved how indignant Leo was that she went on a date with this guy, even though she turns him down every time he asks, and apparently he asks all the time.
He said every time I asked, and then the Amu's like, probably because you're a loser, Leo. Probably because you're an asshole.
Tusk says it's probably because you ask every girl you see out.
Oh, yeah,
And he's like, what's wrong with that?
He's just playing the field. He's testing his options out.
I love how every time I think they're going to make Misao have a crush on one of the girls, it turns out that he's just angry or jealous because they're like adults doing adult things. And he wants to be cool friends and be young forever.
That's one of the best. Another really good part in this episode is when they're spying on Sayla with her new boyfriend, and yeah, everyone's all like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And Misao is just super pissed because he's like, "Look how adult that guy is! Oh my god, they're such adults."
Yeah, disgusting normies.
Yeah, fucking normies.
It is a good episode. I feel like there was so much potential for comedy that wasn't used that much. It seemed like a comedy setup, but it wasn't treated like a comedy setup, and it's a difference in what was delivered and expectations. They bring in a very comedic actor to play a role.
Yeah.
And they set up a super comedic situation. Sayla, the tough girl who doesn't care about no man, falls in love with this goofy-ass actor, and he's actually a plant. And everybody's like, oh my god, what's up with this? There was a lot of potential for comedy, and besides the crew following her for a while, there was no comedy.
They play it actually pretty straight in a couple scenes when the whole team confronts her and she punches Leo in the stomach.
Yeah, I was expecting a comedic episode and didn't get one.
Yeah, I guess you can only do so much in 22 minutes. But I didn't feel like there were too many missed opportunities in terms of jokes. I felt they had the amount it needed. Like, if they had just been constantly clowning it up, I think it would have lessened the impact of the jokes that they did have.
I didn't feel like there was... Oh, impact of the jokes. Yeah, I thought you were going to say, like, impact of the love story or whatever.
No, God, no. Fuck no. No, the impact of the jokes that were still there.
It reminds me of an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oh, of course it does. Of course it reminds you of Star Trek.
In this episode,
Go on.
Quark, the Ferengi bartender, has to become a woman for one episode because every television show has to have one episode like that.
Yeah, that one episode.
And he has to become a woman, and it's supposed to be this, like, farcical thing or whatever, but they play it mostly straight for most of the episode. Like, he's literally having trouble with, like, hormone imbalance and shit.
What the fuck?
And, like, there's jokes, but they all fall flat because they're so fucking stupid and embarrassing.
Oh.
And I remember getting excited, like, oh, Quark's like a misogynist dickhead. Having an episode where he has to be a woman will be funny, because he doesn't know what women are actually like. But then it was mostly just embarrassing.
That's a shame.
This episode was not embarrassing, but it felt similarly wrongly toned for what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I don't agree, but I can see it.
I know you don't agree.
I don't agree with anything you say. But I understand.
Yeah. I'm glad you don't agree with me because I've finally decided that Knight is the best Kamen Rider.
Well, I agree with you there.
No, you don't.
Well,
you just said you don't agree with anything I say.
He's the second best behind Brave.
Oh my god. The wheel has finally turned.
The wheel is turning.
Brave is finally his favorite. Everybody who writes in keeps mentioning, like, when's Brave going to be Liam's favorite?
Don't do it. He's not my favorite. It was a joke. Don't put this on the record.
Who is your favorite in the show, though?
Oh, Brave, for sure.
There you go. But can Brave become a motorcycle? I don't think so.
He probably could if he tried.
He didn't try, though, did he?
If he got his hands, if he made a bet, if he played a game of poker with Kiria and got his hands on the Bakuso bike Gashat, I bet he could do it.
I don't believe it.
He could.
I don't fucking believe it.
Do we have any mail, Jeff?
You know what? I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't. Let's find out together.
Let's open up the mailbag.
Our first mailbag is from Jake.
Okay.
who wrote us a nice article. The beginning of it is, thanks for telling me about the Kabuto spoiler cast. You guys did. Truly, the Dark Kitchen arc is something unforgettable in its own way. I have to say, don't do a Ghost spoiler cast. I salute you guys for surviving the hell that was watching all of Ghost, and I think there's no reason to torture yourselves by going back to it.
I still want to do it.
I'm never going to. Like I said, you're going to have to get somebody else for that shit.
I'll do it by myself if I have to.
And then he wrote us a nice article where he says he likes lasers level 3.
Okay.
The Gashat Sparrow is his favorite weapon.
You're not right in after today, I hope you realize. I don't want to see you in this town again.
Questions. Question 1. Any tips or advice for someone trying to learn how to be a dungeon master for tabletop D&D?
Oh.
And any writer villains you guys think would be fun to base a recurring campaign bad guy on? Aside from Nero, because he's automatically hilarious.
Nero's a good choice.
I would say Kusaka.
Oh, yeah. You can't miss Kusaka.
Have a Kusaka who just ruins the player characters' lives in every way he possibly can and gets sick, perverted enjoyment out of it the whole time.
Have it that the players don't quite know that he's evil and have him manipulate one of the players. Like frame him as this friendly guy and then have him be like, oh, I think that other player is like a bad guy working against you. Like, make the players think they're all working against each other secretly.
That'd be fucking sick.
That'd be fucking great.
Have an Onari. Everybody loves that guy.
He'd be a villain.
Have an Alan. He fucking, like, it's an American version of Alan, so he finds out he fucking loves hot dogs. And he dances around fighting while he eats hot dogs, dressed like a fucking clown.
Just sliding those wieners down his throat.
Ooh, it's getting hot in here. So, do you have any advice for him? He's trying to learn to be a dungeon master. You and I have both DM'd Kamen Rider tabletop games.
I guess to keep it to the basics, because I don't want to have an essay here on this podcast. Know when to say yes to your players and know when to say no to your players, and don't be afraid to improvise. Don't overplan. That's your downfall. Always leave things open. Come up with problems, but don't have specific solutions to them in mind. Let the players come up with specific solutions.
This is like generic advice for a dungeon master.
Yeah, this is every dungeon master should know this. Are you talking about like Kamen Rider games in specific?
He doesn't say Kamen Rider games in specific. So
yeah,
you're right.
Every DM should know these things.
Yeah, know when to shut down a player. I know, like, it's really difficult to do that when you're friends with the people you're playing with, but sometimes people are just huge fucking cockbags, and they need to be told to stop.
Yep. If they're ruining the enjoyment for everyone else at the table, tell them to shut up.
Especially if somebody tries to rules lawyer you. A lot of players don't understand that if a DM ignores a rule, it's not because they don't understand the rule. It's because they don't fucking care and they're not using it.
Also, some groups like to play fast and loose with the rules. I like to play fast and loose with the rules.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, it's a preference.
It makes it. The thing about tabletop to me is that it's not a game that you win, and people don't really like to play those type of games. It's a game that you work towards a goal in. I'm
a huge hippie, and I like the whole idea of RPGs as collaborative storytelling.
Collaborative storytelling. I like collaborative storytelling with a goal.
Yeah.
And the goal is ever changing. Like, once you meet one goal, and there's sometimes not even a goal set out for you. You gotta go fucking find one.
Sometimes the players make the goal. I've had games where they just drop you in a world and they're like, your player, like you come up with your character's motivation. He wants to find the guy who killed his dad or something, and just the whole adventure is your characters doing the shit that they want. That's fine too.
Figure out a tone for your game that you're trying to go for from the beginning, because sometimes people, if you don't tell people what the type of tone is, they come to the game and they want to fucking clown. They come there down to clown, and that's it. They don't care about story, they don't care about role-playing, they don't care about collaborative jack shit. They just want to play Old Man Henderson.
Yeah. Yep.
And at the beginning of the game, you have to be like, alright, this is going to be like a serious game, this is going to be like a grimdark game, this is going to be like a fun game, this is going to be a funny game. Don't let your players run all over you. It's
roll up
probably
characters
the best
together.
rule.
All get together and roll up your characters in the same room. That's pretty important too.
Don't begrudge people who don't understand the rules as well as you do.
I feel like Jeff is speaking from personal experience here. From games that I was in.
I was speaking from personal experience on a lot of this. Don't begrudge. Don't begrudge somebody who doesn't know as much as you when they're just starting out, or even like if they're new to a game. And I don't know. It's all about like it's like being in a relationship. It's all about give and take.
Except
and it's all about once you're done playing the game, you shove your dick in whatever orifice is closest to you.
And if you have a group that's been together long enough or knows each other enough, you don't even have to work toward. You could work against each other. I've seen groups where the players start fighting each other and fight to the death and have rivalries, and one of them turns villain and shit.
Which is
and
great.
It's all cool when it's all good in the hood as long as everyone's cool with it and having fun.
It's great. Like, I think we think of tabletop as needing like one final big goal. And then you end up with like a Lord of the Rings knockoff over and over and over again, where you got to get to place X and defeat evil Y.
Yeah.
And that gets old. Of course, if you're running your first game, that might be a good place to start since everyone knows the rules.
Don't overstretch yourself. Yeah, on your first game.
In your first game, don't go in and be like, alright, I'm going to plop these guys down in the middle of a world and they can do whatever they want, because you're not ready for that shit.
You're going to get overwhelmed. It's okay to railroad a little if you're new.
Also, there's like a weird epidemic of tabletop players who try and like force their fetishes into everything. Kick that person out of your fucking group immediately.
Don't put up with it.
Start.
Don't put up with it for even one session. Their poison will spread through the whole group.
Yeah. Anyway, question 2. With the vendettas laid out and Snipe getting his level 3 next week, he wrote this to us at midnight.
Oh.
The day I was like, hey guys, send us your stuff today. We're recording later tonight. He apparently thought we were recording way later tonight.
Not that late.
Between our Edgelord Back Alley Doctor and Ren 2.0, who would you bet on to get the kill on Graphite as the series progresses, if the kill is going to be done by either one of those two, hypothetically?
Oh.
I think Ren 2.0 is going to kill Graphite, and Back Alley Doctor is going to be very fucking angry about it and want revenge.
Now I'm hoping it's not X-Aid, because I feel like Graphite's gone off the rails. He jams the Drago Night Hunter into his chest. Drago Night Hunter into his chest. And X-Aid gets Drago Night Hunter next week, and I'm terrified to death now that X-Aid, they're going to do the whole, like, oh, let's show off the power of the upgrade by having him kill a character, by having X-Aid kill Graphite. Now I really
think X-Aid's going to whip Graphite's ass, right? And then Graphite's going to somehow survive like he always does.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to, like, go completely rogue.
Fuck, I hope so.
That's what I'm thinking.
X-Aid's been good so far. So
which one do you think's gonna kill him though? Sniper, Brave?
I don't know. Because they could, if Graphite dies soon, I could see Snipe doing it, and then that would give Brave another goal. I gotta beat Snipe now. He stole my revenge from me. But then you could do the exact same thing with Snipe.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say.
I feel like it would be more interesting with Snipe, because Snipe wants revenge for not being able to get his revenge on Graphite, and Brave still wants revenge on Snipe for his girlfriend getting murderized.
Yeah, Snipe's the kind of one who would do something petty like that, like get mad at someone for depriving them of his revenge.
Yeah, so it's like two-way revenge.
Yeah, I could see Brave killing him. You've turned me over.
Not the first time. Question 3. Any guesses as to who Bard was referring to in the last scene of last week's episode when he said Yamato was starting to sound more and more like him? Thanks, and always looking forward to the next episode.
Yamato's dad.
Yeah, it's his dad.
I bet
Bard and his dad were best buddies forever.
Yeah, we talked about this a bit in the show. His dad was probably someone who went to Julian and got killed. That's my guess.
Yeah. Maybe both of his parents. No, his mom died in the hospital.
His mom went to Julian, got cancer, and then came back.
You don't know what the fucking, like, particle matter in Julian is like.
Who knows? Maybe it's
all
just
carcinogens in the air.
Pure carbon monoxide air.
Our next question is from Rain, who says, I listened to the current podcast, and I fucking lost it when you read the email I sent. Again, thanks you guys for doing the podcast for this long. I love you guys. It really means a lot to me because I'm a huge fucking fan of yours.
Thanks.
I've got some observations / trivia from you guys. Might be a bit of a spoiler for the listeners, though. Anyway, every night motif Kamen Rider has all these 3 similarities. 1, they're assholes to the main rider.
Yep.
2, night motif. And 3, spoilers. One should rethink their fucking choice if they want to be a rider with a night motif. Thanks, you guys, again, for doing this amazing podcast. I love it. I love you. Have a nice day.
Look, just rest assured that Jeff read it, and I'm going to read it. We're just not going to say it out loud on the podcast.
Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers.
Spoiler.
Our next email is from Adam, who says, I recently found this podcast. It's great, and I think you guys deserve more listeners.
Thanks. I think so, too.
Yeah, I can agree with that shit.
I concur.
I have 3 questions for you guys. 1, how did you get into tokusatsu? Most people who are listening now probably have definitely not listened to the first 10 or 15 episodes of Rider Club Radio.
Don't do it.
Yeah. I got into it on a forum because people were discussing tokusatsu related to Mega Man, since Mega Man's a transforming character in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, tokusatsu, like, they were talking about Kamen Rider especially, and somebody in the thread was like, well, I'm going to stream some Kamen Rider. And they were streaming old HK bootleg subs of Kamen Rider Stronger.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, I recognize this shit. And I looked it up and realized that I had seen, like, really shitty subbed Kamen Rider on TV when I was a kid on some cable access channel.
Oh my god.
And it was the original series.
That's weird.
Like, cable access channels around this area used to play, like Japan festival shit after midnight. And they'd play, like, Godzilla movies or Ultraman.
I have a cable access channel in my neighborhood, or in my city, that plays nothing but Chinese period dramas. No subtitles or anything. All in Chinese.
That sounds awesome.
It's great. There's all these movies about Romance of the Three Kingdoms and the Monkey King and...
This cable access channel played a lot of, like, Spanish soap operas and shit during the day.
Oh.
And then it played, like, Bollywood-style movies in the evening. And after midnight, it played, like, Japan, like, tokusatsu and, like, movies and shit.
Yeah.
It was only on for, like, 2 years, and I can probably understand why.
Yeah, I can't see it lasting long in that landscape.
Yeah, it's not the most culturally sensitive place that I've been. So how did you
gradually zeroing in on Jeff's location?
Okay, it's somewhere in America.
There you go.
So I just went from there. Like, I'd looked up Kamen Rider and I was like, oh my god, they're still making this.
Yep.
So I started watching it, and the forum was talking pretty heavily about Kamen Rider Double at the time. So I started watching Double. There had only been like 5 or 6 episodes at that point. So I was like, oh, perfect, there's a new one of this. And then I forced everyone I know to watch it.
Yep, that's how I got into it. Jeff showed me Jay, and then I watched Stronger and Ryuki, and that was while Gaim was airing. So I got into Rider pretty recently.
I was telling... Liam was one of the people I was trying to force to watch Double, and he was like, no, I'm not watching this.
I resisted for the longest.
This is what usually happens in our friendship. I'm like, Liam, I found this really fucking cool shit. It's like the coolest. And he's like, nah, it's shit's for the birds.
And then 6 years later.
And then, like, ages later, he's like, dude, I did the thing you told me to do years ago. It's awesome.
Did I tell you I read Dungeon Meshi?
Yeah, it's fucking great, isn't it?
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, every time I tell him to read something or watch something or play something, every time.
I take my sweet time about it.
Yeah, same thing fucking happened with Rocket League.
Rocket League, yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yep. Everything that Liam likes that's cool, it's me that got him into it. Because I'm the cool one.
Okay, what's the next question?
How do you feel about Gaku Sano not returning in Ghost and X-8? We already talked about that.
You know what? I actually feel kind of happy for him. It means he's probably doing well.
Yeah.
And he deserves it. He's a good guy.
I don't give a shit about him or his life. It's sad that he's not going to be in the movie because I don't get to enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I'd like him to be in the movie, Gaku Sano absolutely deserves a good career.
Yeah, he's a better actor than you normally get.
I liked him.
Yeah. I like him too, and I'm glad that he's doing well. It's not going to be the same without him. It's going to be awkward. Like, everything they're going to have to do to not show him is going to be really fucking weird.
What I expected was Ghost and X8 and the rest of them just suits, but having everyone except one person show their face is weird.
I guess they could have, like, him in, like, stock footage turn around as, like, his space god.
No.
And then, like, he just fades into being regular Gaim and, like, runs forward.
They're not going to do that, I hope.
Or they could have someone in the outfit and wig, like, facing away, and then he turns and becomes Gaim before you see his face.
Oh, that's bad.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, boy.
Number 3, Blade spoiler cast when Liam fucking watches it.
I haven't seen Blade.
He hasn't finished Agito yet.
You know what? I'm really close. I'm so close.
Why don't you tell us what episode you're on, Liam?
Yeah, like 41.
You were on 38 last time you told us.
You know,
this is pathetic.
I'm
You're
so
not even
close.
watching one a week anymore.
I know. I've been neglecting it recently. I'm sorry.
Jesus. Our next question is from Graham.
Hey.
He just asks, was the new episode of Ju-Oger about Super 1's actor?
Oh my god. I wish they could have gotten him.
That'd be really awkward. This, like, fucking 60, 70-year-old man hitting on Sayla.
Completely falls for him. Yeah, that'd be great.
Jesus. What would be great about that is they wouldn't do her resisting for part of the episode. She'd just fall for him immediately.
Instantly.
And be like, well, I need to raise money. I'm not from here. I don't have any money to give you.
Suddenly it's a cautionary tale.
Thanks for writing in, Graham.
Thanks.
Next question is from James.
Hey.
Who says, hey, Jeff and Liam, thanks for the episodes on X-Aid. I haven't had any time to watch them, with me being busy with work and being exhausted when I get home, so I'll listen to you guys when the episodes come out. You don't watch the show, but you listen to us?
You should be using your time more wisely.
Yeah, you should just watch the show. Fuck this podcast. They're both good right now.
Yeah.
Again, just keep being awesome. Thanks.
Right. I'll try.
My first question is, what writer should get their own novel or V-cinema? My pick would be Skull because of the time between the Spider Dopant's defeat and the case where he and Shotaro save Philip is a gold mine of stories. Joker.
Yeah, you would say Joker.
Joker gets a whole fucking series to himself, actually. That'd be the best.
That's tough.
Have you ever heard Joker's theme?
No.
Oh my god.
I probably have, but...
Even if we've done it already, put it as the ending theme.
Oh, yeah,
for this week.
okay. Let's make that pact
fucking
right now.
sick.
What writer deserves their own V-cinema? I want Necron to have a V-cinema that makes him good. He was the character that had so much potential.
I don't agree with that whatsoever. He was like your bog fucking standard bad boy who melts into a heart of gold sissy Nancy.
You could have changed it though. I guess
you could have made any of the characters a good character, but they didn't.
Yeah, that's true. And they have those stupid DVD specials about him already, anyways.
Yeah, he has a whole fucking series at this point.
I want Ornak. I want an Ornak V cinema.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck that. Not just Ornak. Have it be like Ornak and Knuckle. And they have to save the world with their shitty nut drivers and nothing else.
It takes place sometime during Gaim, and like everyone's off in Helheim doing something, and an invest, like a relatively weak invest attacks, but they're nut bros, so it's like a huge movie situation for them. It's like one of the tiger ones or something, and they're like, oh god, they gotta like hide in a mall, and there's like a big, I don't know, it'd be like a great little, like a little movie.
Wouldn't it be fucking amazing if they like defeat it at the end of the movie and like triumphantly defeat it, but then like Helheim resurrects it immediately, and it's like going towards them, and they're like, oh, it's the same strength, but we're so weak, we can't defeat it. And then Gaim comes out in his base form and like kills it in one attack.
I think a movie about Ornak and
Knuckle
could be a good movie, but like if you do it like, or it could be like about them being stuck in Helheim, and that's a big problem for them, not like it is for the others. And you could do a movie just about like people stuck in a situation, like a Tremors kind of thing.
Yeah,
except with only two people.
I'm always happy with a Tremors situation.
Yeah.
Except in every Tremors movie past the second one.
Except in all the Tremors sequels, yeah.
Where was I in this fucking email? I'll choose Joker.
Okay.
Secondly, which writer do you want to see with their lives today? My choice would be Ryu, aka Kamen Rider Excel. And the reason is, during his last scene in the Chase movie, he gets a call from Akiko, the chief of the detective agency, and his wife, telling him how their daughter was doing, and I want to see that expanded on.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see in their modern life? I personally want to see what Sid's up to. He was a character.
I'd love to see what Sid's been getting around to since the end of time.
Also, you can throw Kusaka in there, too. It'd be good to see what he's doing.
Yeah, Kusaka. Sid, get in there and tackle. I'd like to see what she's been up to. Both her actress and the character.
Oh!
I like
fucking
to
monster. You belong in Helheim.
I'm sorry. I want to see what Tendo's been doing.
He's just been wandering the world, like, being on HBO shows.
There's a V cinema for you. What's Tendo doing since Kabuto? How's he mastering his cooking? What is he using that Zector for?
How is he making money? How did he ever have money?
How did he ever
have money?
I always assumed his grandmother left him a huge inheritance.
Gotta be.
That was just a guess.
Gotta be.
It's the only way. He doesn't work. He's a total freeder.
His little sister's in school. She's at least trying to make something of herself.
Yeah, she's learning how to be a neuroscientist or something. At least Tendo cooks. I don't know.
I guess. He's apparently the best cook on Earth.
Yeah, I can see that. He can have any job he wants anytime. He just bluffs his way into being a chief of police at one point, I remember.
Yeah.
So, I think he'll be fine.
God, catch up and see what their lives are like these days. I guess we got that with the Kamen Rider movie, Kamen Rider 1 movie, to see what Hongo was up to.
I didn't see that, though, because it was a ghost movie.
I didn't see that either. For the exact same reason. Also because, did anybody ever sub it?
I don't know. I don't
know
actually.
That either. I wasn't really looking for it because, again, it's a ghost movie.
Overtime certainly didn't do it, and I don't know if TV Neon did or not.
I don't know.
Is it even out?
What's Kotaro Minami up to these days?
He's running a Outback steak bar called
Not Billy the actor, you dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying.
I like to think Kotaro's doing that also.
It's a little bit of parallel history for you.
I bet Kotaro would be doing something reckless. He would be a motorbike like stunt biker. Like he'd be jumping over monster trucks and shit in his old age.
He'd still be fucking thinking about Golgom. Thinking they're behind everything that goes wrong.
He'd have a tattoo of the word Golgom on the back of his hand, so he'd always look at it.
He'd have a fucking the little picture from Memento that says "Don't trust this man," and on the other side it just has Golgom written on it in giant letters.
It just says everyone.
Everyone parentheses Golgom question mark.
Possibly Golgom.
Fucking I tell you who I would like to see. I would like to see what Godai Yusuke is up to these days.
Oh yeah. What country is he in?
Yeah, I want to see his globe-trotting adventures.
Maybe you could bump into Tendo.
Yeah, maybe they would definitely not get along
For
whatsoever.
Sure, they would hate each other.
Godai would try and be friends real hard, and Tendo would hate it.
Yeah, They'd probably fight if they found out they were Kamen Riders. They'd probably beat each other up.
I don't think so. Maybe Tendo would.
Tendo would for sure give Kuga a little smack.
A little smack.
He'd give him a little smack in the back of the head.
He'd give him a little smack and be fresh.
He'd give him a little whack.
That's my answer.
It's mine too.
All right. Third question. This is kind of a weird one. But if you woke up one day in your bed and your favorite girl from Rider and Sentai was sleeping in your arms, who would they be and what would you do?
What the fuck kind of question is that to ask?
I guess I would get a divorce, first off. I imagine things wouldn't work out with the missus at that point, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, look, if I woke up and Shinken Brown was sleeping in my arms, I would caress him tenderly.
You'd look at him and go, Richard Brown! Yeah, it's kind of a weird question.
I'm not answering that question to protect the innocent.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on the grounds that the answer may incriminate me.
I'm gonna say Shinken Brown.
Have a good one. Keep up the great job up. And since Christmas is coming up, and you may have to put up with relative shenanigans, I have one thing to say to you. Good luck.
Good.
And one last email. I know we're running over everybody, but
that's fine.
Hey guys, work like I your.
What?
This is from Copper Popper, who constantly says I like your work.
Oh.
So he decided to switch it up this time.
Well, it worked. I didn't know.
I really like how they brought back the idea of needing something done to you to be a Kamen Rider. It's cool and raises questions about what's up with Emo. Also, Pac-Man is going to be the greatest villain ever. Well, they say that in the advertisement.
Yeah, he's the most dangerous man of all time.
He is the greatest evil of all time.
Mm-hmm.
For a question, what kind of music do you guys like? Keep up the good work. P.S. I'm kicked out of the fandom? I was patient zero for this gashitty work. You'd be nothing without me. Nothing!
Gashit. Get the gashit out of here.
What a gashitter.
Hand in your headphones and computer.
What type of music do you like?
Dad rock and classical, mainly.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not a music guy.
I guess I'm not really super big into music either. I actually really love oldies a lot.
I like Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie's good. Understatement of the year from fucking Rider Club Radio.
Bowie's alright, I guess.
Yeah, Bowie's good. I like fucking hip hop a lot.
I like some 90s hip hop.
I like I'm like the biggest hipster in the world when it comes to hip hop because I always say like I love hip hop but not any of that trash that's on the radio.
But it's true.
But it is true.
It's true about hip hop.
I do fucking love hip hop, like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, fucking
okay, now you're going way beyond me here.
Bus Driver.
I know Run DMC.
I love Run DMC as well.
I know
I'm trying to talk about more contemporary stuff.
You're really name drop, yeah.
Tyler the Creator.
I know him. Everyone knows him.
I don't know. Whoever You Hate is my favorite, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I like fucking retro wave a lot, like new synthesizer 80s music that people make in the modern day. I fucking love that shit, like FM84.
Oh.
And I know you don't know who that is.
Nope.
No one knows.
That was a polite oh.
I'm the proto-hipster. I'm the proto-hipster. I'm ahead of the curve.
FM84, of course.
Although all the retro wave I listen to is from like 2012 and 13, so I guess I'm behind the wave.
You're behind the retro wave.
Yeah. And, dad rock and classical.
I like Wagner.
Do you?
I like Yo-Yo Ma.
I was more of a fan of Bach, personally.
Bach's nice. I like the Eagles.
I fucking hate the Eagles, man.
What the fuck?
That's a line from a movie.
Oh. I haven't
It's a
seen
line
that movie.
from a movie you fucking seen. It's The Big Lebowski.
Oh, it's been a long time since I last watched The Big
It's
Lebowski.
when he's in the cab and the cab driver is like playing the Eagles and he's like, "Can you turn this off, man? I had a really long night." And the cab driver's like, "Fuck you! I love the Eagles. Fuck you!"
I don't remember that scene at all.
He's like, "I fucking hate the Eagles, man." It's when he gets left on the turnpike and
Oh.
like almost gets hit by the car and the cops pick him up.
Yeah.
And the cop throws a fucking mug and hits him in the head. I love that movie. Anyway. I also like, I don't know, alternative fucking They Might Be Giants or whatever. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks. We have an email.
It's riderclubradio@gmail.com.
We also have Twitter. I'll do this one. It's at Rider Club Radio. So follow us on Twitter or send us an email.
You send us an email, we'll read it. Unless it's like really long, I guess. We'll read the abridged version on the air.
Read the Cliff's Notes.
But we appreciate the emails, and I always read through them. I'd already read them before this, but I always forget them by the time I get here. Since most people send these emails right after the new episode comes out.
Yeah.
And then I don't read them for like a week.
As long as we get them.
Yeah, I read them. Liam doesn't.
Look, you're the email guy. I just hear them.
I'm the email guy.
I'm the news guy.
That's true. I don't ever look up any news.
Yeah.
So send us an email. Follow us on Twitter. We tweet funny things, cool pictures.
Everything. Everything
personal information.
You want to know my address and a list of my fears and fetishes, you can find it there.
Yeah, if you'd like to know my social security number or whatever Liam's Canadian
social
version,
insurance number here.
Yeah. You can find it on our bio on the Twitter. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week where we'll talk about more of this shit.
See ya.
See ya.